Hello, friends. It has been too long since we've played in the craft room together. So today we're going to do something really fun with gel plating and 3 different kinds of weird papers. So I bought table papers because I seen on the internet that those papers that they use over the doctor's tables are good for gel plating. I have official paper. This is fancy rice paper that I bought from Joggles. That has 2 sides, a smooth side and a rough side. And then I bought this, and this is wet, Carnival Papers wet strength tissue paper. So I was just putting all my stuff away, and I love using tissue paper in my collages. Like this, to me, is just stunning. And what that is actually all the like leftover globby bits from gel plating. There's some real gel plating. But this paper is just terrible to use. You can't use it with glue. You can't use it with all kinds of stuff. And it sticks to your gel plate. So these are the ones that survived. Most of them don't survive because when you go to put them on, if you leave them for more than a couple minutes, they lose their ish, let's just say that. They can't manage themselves on wet surfaces. So I thought this would be super fun to try. And then I got some new stencils from Joggles. I love Joggles stencils. They do such a nice job of sourcing artists. So this is Elizabeth St. Hilaire. And it's Joggles number 75145. I will put a link to this one and this one. So a new trend that I'm seeing in stencils is that they're giving us, I thought I got them all. They're giving us both the stencil and the mask now. So back in the day, they would just give you the masks. They would say, I'm going to sell you 3 really annoying curly masks, and this is a mask, so it's going to block off things. But now what they do, let's see if this one comes out. Oh, this one's stuck a couple places. But now what they're doing is they're leaving little tiny connector places. And so not only do we have the masks, but now we have this as a stencil that we can use too. So I think that'll be fun. Let's put that over there. And then I also got this one. I thought I got all these. Sorry, I was cutting away before I got to you. I tried using big old scissors, and that did not work at all. But all you have to do is take your bad pair of tiny snips and use that to cut this out. Not very well, but it's fine. It's fine. We're going to have fun today. So my intention that I set today was to just do some art because it has been a little while since I've done any real art. I had some family drama. I had some, Google drama. Google stopped ranking all my blog posts. So I had a minute there where I had to go in and figure out how I was going to update those. Is this just hooked on or is it just stuck together? I think it's just stuck together. So I had to figure out a plan to fix those, which I have. It's ongoing, but there's only so much you can do each day to update it. So it's not like I'm taking it. I can't spend my whole day updating blog posts or Google will get even more mad at me if possible. So I figured I would pop in here to the craft room with you and do some art. Okay, for this one, I really love this squiggly background. And then you have these curlies that go on the front. I think those are going to be fun. I'm going to grab a bunch of my other Joggle stencils to use too, but I'm going to start with these guys. And then I have my most favorite, super expensive thing that I use for gel plating because I like series of little circles in line. This is just a Lego. So you don't need expensive things to do art on gel plates. And now we're going to get this set up. I got my big one. That's my favorite one. But sometimes you have to wait in between. And when we wait in between, I have a couple other ones that I will use to make side projects. You can't see that. I don't know. Maybe you can see that side project. Let's see if I can move this over here and give you guys a chance to see the side project too. I have my gel plates on acrylic blocks. So the thing about gel plates is whatever you have on the front, like on the base that you put down first, is going to be what you pull, because you pull it up. So we're going to start. This is the cheapest one. You can buy this table paper. It goes, like I said, in doctor's offices. You can buy this for almost nothing. Now, I think it was like $11 for those 2 rolls. Now, it is tougher than tissue paper. I will give it that. It doesn't feel exactly sturdy, but we'll never know until we try, right? So let's see what we can do with this. We'll get like a few pieces of it out. And I'm kind of going from what's the weirdest to the rice paper will do amazing with this. So if you're ever going to do gel plating, your gel plating will get better even on the day that you do it. Because first off, some grungies will build up on your plate and all that. But in all sincerity, you just do your crappy paper first and then your good paper as you go. Okay, fun. So now we need to put some paint down. So I have like a real pretty pink. I have gold, metallic, shake your paints, people. Yellow, like a really dark maroon, a lighter purple, an even lighter purple, and a teal. So that's going to be my color palette for today. They should all go together because pink and yellow, or pink and blue, make purple. So all of these will go together. And then the yellow and the gold are going to be complementary colors on the opposite side of the color wheel, and they will go with it too. So we don't have anything weird going on like that will mess up my life. Okay, I'm going to start with a little baby brayer. And so I want lots of space. I want lots of fun things on here to start. So I'm going to put my curlies on here. Let my stencil go. Okay, so we're going to put the curlies down on here. And then let's get on this other long one over here. Let's do just some curlies around here. And then that will be a lot more, the curly will show, the curl will show up. There'll be a lot of background. So let's try this out. Let's start with pink, pink, pink. I love teal. Shake your paints. If I'm ever confused about what I want to do, I will always pick teal. And you don't need a ton of paint. All right, here we go. Now I guess I should use bigger brayer. Let's use our Tim Holtz brayer. And what I want to do is I want to get that paint down into the gel plate, because if there's no paint, it won't, you have to get it down in the stencil. Okay, and we may need some more paint, but it's always better to put less paint on to start. So for sure I need a little bit more paint, but if you put a ton of paint on to start, it can wind up in just a soupy mess. And then you have like just a real mess to work with. So let's do, oh, I feel like I'm getting good coverage. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and just set that down real light and set this down real light. And just get the paint off the stencils, not off the gel plate. Okay, so look how fun that is. That's lovely. Okay, so we got to put these somewhere to dry. And then I do feel like it took a bunch off here, but we'll get, they call this the ghost print, where we'll still get to see all that goodness. Bing. A bink, a bink. But this is the print I'm trying to make. So we're gonna let that dry. Because I want this to be pulled off all at the same time with white paint on the end. These guys I'm gonna be doing as I go, these side projects. Okay, where is this guy? We're going to use him to pull this off. Okay, let's get it on there, and then let's see how this holds up, because this is that doctor's office tissue paper. I feel like this is great for almost the same level of being able to use it as regular tissue paper. Maybe just a tiny bit better, but overall nothing to like go, wow, that would really hold up to some wear and tear. I don't feel like it would. But it's a lot cheaper than buying tissue paper too, so that may definitely be something you're interested in. All right, I'm going to pull this. Bink, bink, bink. There we go. How fun is that? That's a good one. I love that. That's nice. All right, now I want to do something else over here. Well, you know what we could do that could be fun? Oh, I know what I want to do that could be fun. Let's layer this. So let's do this guy. I think I have another one of these guys. Yep, I have another one of these guys. So let's pop this one in here. Like that. And then let's put another color. I'm thinking this purple on here. Oh, my paint's old. I shall have to go. Oh, I'm going to Walmart today to get Easter stuff for my kids. Or get socks and underwear for my kids and get Easter stuff for my grandkids. The big kids are 16, 19, and 26. So their Easter days are over. The poor little guy, he watched all his sisters get to continue to have Easter because he was there, and now he's like, he's getting kicked out of Easter. But I'm not doing Easter for the big kids for the rest of my life. But I do get them underwear and socks. My mom always got me underwear and socks. And when she passed away, I didn't realize I would have to buy my own underwear and socks. And so I was married like 10 years, and my husband's like, are you ever going to buy new underwear and socks? And I said, I have no idea how to do that. There we go. Let's do this. And then let's grab our one over here. Okay. And then this should have overlapping circly bits. And it does. Look how cool that came out. I like that. That to me is a fun background. Okay, so these guys I can put away. Oh, no, we didn't do these guys yet. So I want this to be beautiful. So I'm taking time to let it dry. And we're going to do these guys. I kind of love the curly bit at the end. So we're going to go like this and like this. We got one more. Let's put him this way. So they're all like hanging out together. And let's do the red. The magenta. I think I just put my arm down in turquoise paint. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, this guy doesn't roll very well right now. You know, when you haven't done something for a while, it all gets seized up. That's why you should always use your art supplies. Always use it. Don't ever save it for a rainy day. All right, I'm going to get a piece of that wet tissue paper and see what happens when we use that. Oh, they're giant. They're giant pieces. Oh my goodness. They're not giant. They're humongous. Okay, they said there were 24 pieces in. And I'm like, okay, well that's fair. But look, it's giant. Okay, so I'm going to have to obviously cut this up. I'll be right back. I went back and did a pull to take some of the big globs of paint off so we wouldn't have to sit here forever. And now I went and got some smaller size stencils. So these are Tim Holtz stencils. This is my favorite one, so I'm for sure going to use this. And then I do want something with circles. I think I'm going to use this one too, because I want to have other designs in here. And we are going to use a cheap makeup sponge. I have 11 million of these because I bought them at Amazon, and you could buy 11 million at a time. And I think I'm going to use gold. Shake your paints for this. And I just want to try to get it into, because it will just have a hint of the gold. The gold doesn't do super great. See where I push too hard? It's a little splotchy. That's fine. I don't care. Oh yeah, this paint isn't the best. It's fine. I think I'm just getting the gooey part of the paint. Okay, so we're just gonna do beep, 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 beep. Yeah, we're gonna get a hint of it. That's fine. And if you're thinking that I ruined an amazing work of art, I'm doing this one with you, but I'm going to do about 4,000 more of these after I get done. I'll take pictures of them and stuff for you. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of, mostly because if I'm going to go to all the trouble of getting it all out, I want to make sure to do an, oh look, I got a blue line through there. Yeah, see this paint is way better for gel plating. But I've used, you can tell, I've used gold paint before and it's worked out just fine. It just needs to be shaken more. All right, so we got some circles going on there. And then I feel like we need to put some circles on here where I got that line over there. Bing, 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 bing. And then let's do some circles over here. Okay, now this is the cool part of having your gel plates on an acrylic, because now I can flip this whole thing over and see if I want more. And I do want more, but I got to let this stuff dry. And I'm going to real quick pick up a bunch of this gold that will never dry. Because it's just too thick. So now we're starting to make layers on this tear-off sheet. Okay, so what do we want to do on this sidecar? We definitely need something else. Okay, I love circles. So we're going to do some, because we have red, purple, and blue. I'm going to go back to purple. Ooh, how about a dark purple? Do you have a different? Oh, this is a lighter purple in my hand right now. It's kind of what I was looking for because I want something else in here too, but I don't want that one to have all the colors of the rainbow. I want it to be pretty plain. All right, this will be fine. Okay, so we're gonna take this and just, you know, you would think random chance would mean occasionally I would get to record for you without a lawnmower sound in the back, but it appears that that is not true. All right, let's come down here. And if you're going to get one Tim Holtz circle stencil, I would get this one because it has graduated circles, so you get really tiny circles at the ends and fatter circles in the middle. I feel like we're missing something up here, a little bare spot, so let's fill that in. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling like this side may be done, and we just need to give it a moment to dry. Okay, so that side I feel like is done. This side I feel like is dry enough, except that little blob right there, but God bless it, it's just gonna have to live with itself. And I have a secret for you. I am making these papers for a new Diane Reevely journal I bought that we're gonna do, I think, focal points. Because I love focal points, and I can't really, I was taking a class from a lovely lady, and it was more of an abstract art class, and I'm like, well, when is she I should have known, right? But I was like, when's she going to get to what the point of the painting is? Like, when are we going to have something specific to look at? And come to find out that in abstract art, it's abstract, and so there's nothing to look at. And that really messed with my mind. I was not able to manage myself thinking that there's just nothing to look at. So that did not work for me. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for a minute because the paint needs to dry enough that I can put a layer of white on it, and then we can pull it without spreading pastel purple all over everything. So we have to give it a couple minutes. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, I think we may have done it. I, of course, pulled some of it off, but we're gonna go ahead now and start with, shake your paints. This is brand new paint, so it's probably pretty good. And I need to get white over this whole entire thing because that's what we're going to use to pull this print. And to be honest with you, usually I will pull one print this way, and then I just go and I do a bunch of playing and just keep layering all the other stuff. But I do like to try to make a nice one. All right, I have a big piece. A little bit wrinkly, that's fine. For me, you might not like wrinkly. But I definitely don't mind a wrinkle. And then we have to leave this sit for a minute. We'll put this guy on. I already have a bunch of white paint on my brayer, which is missing now. Oh, there it is. So I shouldn't need as much, but I think I may need more than that. Me. I just don't like when my pull layer gets soupy, I tend to put on less and then try to figure out, do I need a tiny bit more somewhere? Because I have had pull layers that are just a nightmare. It's just too much paint. It's just not fun for anybody, me or the gel plate or the art. So let us not do that. Let's use this guy. And he will not cover the whole thing. So let's grab this guy. Let's see if we can get a little corner of something fun pulling up there. Oh, I think this is the, that is the doctor's paper. So I'm just going to pull that right away. That isn't going to be able to manage itself staying down there very long. So that could be little pieces of a background. Let's go through what we got while we're here. So that's kind of fun. And all my gel prints are stuck together because I put them on top of each other. This one, I'm digging. Like, I totally love that one. This one's fun with just a little bit of red. This one's that one that got stuck on the gel plate, which I still love. I think it's great, and I'll use it. I'll just kind of... I don't know that I totally love that straight line there, so I'll probably rip that off. This is a great background. And then we have this guy. He's really wet. That's the one where I pulled off all the purple paint. That's going to take forever to dry. And then we have 3 more. This is that paper, which is kind of crispy. I think it would be fine for doing pulls. Now, the next video, I'm going to be putting these backgrounds into our real journal and the new journal that I got. Oh, here. A new big creative journal, because I have found in my artwork, I really like doing one journal really big. So next time we come on, we're going to be putting our background papers on there. So I feel like this is a really nice start. Actually, I probably won't make many more because I have something else to show you. I just have a ton of old papers that I've already done. So I sort, and these are all like white on white, which is great YouTube. But these are all those colored papers that I have. So I think next time we're going to do... making a ton of background pages with this, So let's go ahead and see if this is ready to come up. And if this wet... Oh, you know what? We do have to do one more because I wanted to test rice paper. So we'll do one more. Okay. That's a nice background. Now this will be opaque, right? Those other ones will be translucent. You'll be able to see a little bit of the background through. But this will be opaque because it has white in it. And this line in here that's weird is because I accidentally left 2 of my gel plates stuck together. That will recover itself after a while. Okay, here we go. Let's pull this one. And we'll do the rice paper the opposite way, where you do like the bottom layer first. But this is coming up just fine. And I will tell you that regular tissue paper would not be coming up like this. This is acting more like when you do it on copy paper, but I don't like using copy paper for my gel plates. It's just not my favorite. Okay, let's see what happened. Ooh, so I'm gonna have to do some more Harlequins, because my Harlequins are almost non-existent in there. You can see them a little bit. My circles are real good. You can see some of the curlies. See, what I'll do is I'll doodle some of this back into existence. But I think that's really fun. All right, let's do one more. And we'll start with what we want in the back, because this is going to be the back of it. We'll get us a piece of paper. Pink. About yay long. Now this is pretty expensive. Okay, so what do I want in the back? I would like those squiggles in the back. Let me grab that again. So we're going to have squiggles in the back, and that's going to have a fair bit of paint, right? Because can't, like, all right. So let's do, if I'm going to do lots of paint, I'm going to do lots of teal, because I love me some teal. All right, here we go. Beep. I have lost my teal brayer. Was this it? I don't think this was it. It'll be fine. Is this dry? That's dry. Okay. G. And I'm not trying to make this like full flat coverage, 1,000,000%. It's I don't know about you, but from my end, it's looking a little bit translucent. You can still kind of see through the bottom. All right, gotta get my circles and my Harlequins back. Okay, and then we're just gonna pull this right off. I think I'm going to use this smooth side. Okay. Let's grab something that we can use, or a couple somethings that we can use to get these edges off. And I am not worried about on here where, on this one, where they're going. I think it's even on the back side. So it's fine. All right. But this one, we want to really pull up everything, because this is going to give us kind of our background of what we're doing. Pretty. And then it pulled up a bunch of the other old stuff that was there. But see how if we were doing it the other way, we could fill in like those, and now we're going to be going on top of them, but that's fine with me. I'm fine with that. Okay, now let's, where's my Harlequins? There's my Harlequins. Okay, so I'm going to use this time a little dobby thing, because you tend to get a little bit more control with it. Let's go with that super light purple. And I'm just going to go here and there. I don't want this to be go. So now we got some purple floating around. Let's do the darker purple. Oh, we gotta pull this. Sorry. So with this, each time you do it, you have to pull it because you need to pull the paint when it's wet. All right, so now we have some Harlequins on there. I'm gonna put some spots on there too. And don't forget, this is the one that makes big and little spots anyways. So this is, you're not, and like the edge of it isn't straight. So you're never going to have some weird like, oh, I got spots all in the same place. No, you're going to be fine. Okay, so let's pull this. We'll put it down this way this time. Ooh, fun. Okay, now I feel like I want something big and cool to end it with. But bump. All right, how about this? If we put this over the, top of this, this has little baby squiggles. I might love it. I might hate it. There's kind of a 50-50 chance, but it's fine. It's a little bit of paint. That's all it is. Just a little bit of paint. So we are going to try it. And let's think about what color. I kind of want to go back to teal because these really are the backgrounds for my pages. So if this was going to be a print, which Elizabeth St. Hilaire makes prints that are abstract with no focal point, then that would be good for her because it would have a lot of interest and stuff with another color. But for me, because this is going to be strictly a background, I don't want to go into another color. Let's see if we can make this one work. This is a really, 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 really light teal. Let's see what happens. And it's almost empty. Almost empty. And we might have to mix a tiny bit of other teal in to get enough to go the whole way around. Which could be interesting, right? Then we're not going to have just a static one color. You could do, people do ombre all the time where you're doing like half pink, half white. And here we go. I got way too much paint on here. So first off, let's get some of that paint off of there. And then let's grab a piece of this. Because I don't want this to be perfect. Like, I don't want the top layer of my real one to be perfect. So that turned out kind of cool, but that's a lot of paint. That is a lot. That's a lot of paint, me. All right, now we're going to take this up. And this is going to be our last layer on this one. And there's a slight chance this one will never be anything. And then there's an even greater chance that I'll be like, that is exactly what I needed for my background, which I tend to find. Okay. I'm gonna let this sit for one little second, and then we're gonna pull it up and see how it came out. And this rice paper is rock solid. I feel like you can't see it at all, can you? Well, I lied to you. We're going to do one more layer of the same thing. Oh, you know what we're going to do this time? Just so I can show you a bunch of different ways to do things. This time, where's my purple brayer? Seriously, me. This time, we're gonna do this. A bink, a bink, a bink, a bink, a bink. And it's only because this paper is so darn heavy that we can do this. Like 4 or 5 layers on regular paper, and that we haven't let dry in the middle, it would be falling apart. But this rice paper, and I'll have a link to the 3 kinds of paper. If you just do layers, I feel like that doctor's office sheet would work. I'm just harder on my paper than that. So I really love this wet tissue. There we go. That to me feels more like there's something going on that I can see. And I would probably go back in with some white just to pull the white out. But here we go. Last one. I need a big piece. I think this is the doctor's. I don't hate that. Look at that cool. Think about how cool that will be to have like a little frame within a frame thing. So I hope you had fun playing on the gel press with me. Next week, or next time, I guess, we will be putting these into my new journal. So hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.